I'm on the Black Stars. Row Ben Aususu say, and I'm say, there's some more inclusion, there's seven appear inclusion, as in the roles of play, you know, who say have impact be.
Yeah. For now, the ones they win by and Rebecca say, making impact. But the American say, you define you be a rule. You revisit.
No, but Appear has a role. I will play that.
Yes. So let's define
management committee member.
Let's define
assistants, right? Deputy chairman.
Let's define a Samojan's role. Other than that, tomorrow we'll get up and somebody else, Suleiman Tari, also wants to follow the team.
Would that be bad?
We cannot have all the players following the team. My class and we need to make the team nechi. You define will be a role. What exactly is the person doing? We have to define that role. Mr. Bodia, come away. Me catch say game way sanka kwajigu yanka nyankomo we ni ebedi.
Sanka de mfa cancer man.
Achina de be cancer. Inti yen define obi a role na nkwaye say na o di team nechi na o Moran. Says Thomas Tepate. Emirates pressure mo man na Ghana ya man mu half mpo. Cause you start season na people buy season ticket holders. If you go to Bilbao, me say Inaki is the highest paid player of Bilbao. Nechiribano, and they're the second highest paid player. Inaki is around 250,000 euros a week. And the pressure, some for no omunya or class no, yeah, more 20% impo.
Are you sure?
I am telling you. No match be over a more than a chance e wo kruma e chen Atletico ni Real Madrid.
Set no about the temperament nko. For the Ghana and Nigeria boy in Africa. That game is a big game on the continent. No matter how big you are,
but the pressure in this Atletico Madrid.
No, but foul.
And do and no. You want world class, just say world best players, and I say world 11 no. Omunko betuma mo be 6. And no new Mushiabo. Ghana and Nigeria betuma mo saying.
The rivalry.
The rivalry is there. But I mean the pressure now what those matches no. Arsenal played against City. You watch the game.
Okay.
It's true. Guy, no, and a road reply. It's true. Pate and a road reply. Tackle of Bono Bako with prayer and up to now branch and by. So those games give a lot of pressure. To man in say, and I per se come on, madam. I say, let's define people's role. Not that people just get up.
The okay say more inclusion is important.
And I mean, din ya Jane. And yes, so important.
And yes, important to you define your role.
Now, quite toxic environment.
Thank you.
Really?
Because Omuba say proud to the game way. You remember the former, current president, sorry, His Excellency JDM Echo.
So I do a hang of fool.
Yeah, I'm proud. We can't be 20. And we're like, oh, why are they? Media say we shouldn't allow the president to be meeting the Black Stars players.
Yeah.
Or maybe believe say so much BB.
They should marry.
They should earn the right to meet him.
Yeah.
And I say, oh sorry, Okobol, he charge the money.
I think you have a point. Only charge the Kobo and a president no better.
Tete no. This was a Kofi mo. Omo kwaje afcon ba no cry say select team omo mo be chia president. You think it's easy to meet the president?
No, emu kra be do.
Me say obi dem no president. Te say only Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. And now only former President Kufuor, and now late President Mills, and now Rollins, and now and then only JDM. Our picture near board them. Do you know what that means? I don't guess who do crowd when you crowd. And you know, people should earn it. Nothing. But it was a good game, very good game. We did very, very well. 2 games, you know. Young to me, Niger. Into a shot child in Madagascar, a news of mine. Because they struggle against Niger.
Think I Marine.
Let be. But we've done well because Nigeria to mention no. Obeshe okroma. Inti a share child the news. Baby a yekoto ye no. Eno na amana ye news. Enya sanka we de kan share den ya de ehu bia. Inti I think just like Kwaku said, we be grow like we will get better. Shafa did very well and Sasami Kwaku can also head it. Say Shafa insisted say we should use the local goalkeeper. He did very well. May I believe that these 2 games a lot of pressure and corner so you're testing enough. But one thing I've also observed, and Monsieur we say, even the positioning of a player is enough to tell whether the player is good or is not good. Anything of coach be top player because say when you positioning, forget it.
Yeah.
Nti the way ono kwampo gina chiro oba be gina ha na oba be gina ha na oba be fa ha
and the organization
thank you and no kra no the only a year meka chere ne say
the board distribution
ben
obo no boom
eno no coach for adwuma and eno me fa blame no emfa ma national team coach goalkeepers coach ni bebre these things are meant for the coaches, technical team of the club side, and of the club,
right,
because on a day to day, meeting players. Yes. You meeting for about a week. You can't turn a professional player. You can't. What are you going to teach a professional player in less than a week? So,
Asare overhyping Nana.
No, we have no overhyped him. He at Olympics, club are no relegation. He kept 16 clean sheets, and I will say this: has team good enough? Nkobe to menya be 20 clean sheets this season.
Wow. All right.
The kind of saves are here. For Atizigi, he's a good coach. He's a good goalkeeper. Just that, Mejidi said his story is like Adom Lasin Kwarase. You might be a very good goalkeeper, a very good player.
Charlie, don't compare him to. He can say it's 100 times better than
you might not have the best.
Oh my goodness!
Don't do that.
Maybe a national team, no, and any baby and a bejo. Fernando Torres.
Say, Atizigi national team, you know.
Fernando Torres and Chelsea.
Now, no club, you know.
Europe Conference League now. Save percentage or the second. The whole Europe Conference League.
Yes, so good.
He's a very good.
What's the league?
Conference League.
Yeah.
Go.
Oh, please, it is the ball.
To us, so Boardroom, they didn't have the brain.
And the best I shot Bournemouth. Any Man City.
Can't one.
Way part 2. This season, so Bournemouth. Ashe Manchester City.
Atrana nije so pa.
Watana nije so. And Bournemouth for ne ya say okuma nini for. And sa game we no one game me gidi say essentially a season and a defining moment at the Manchester City. It is the only trophy as City for beat Maje.
Yeah.
Say City elusu a China game na season will officially gone trophyless. And that is sometimes argument I have make he say maybe say me bombo efe wo wiase nyina na menya 2 million points na me cut trophyless na menya me bomb Man City for and me bomb Man United for season ni bi na me gi Europa League me no hwan na abo bra wo season ni mu nti na ya me ka say football second ni mu no at the end of the season ya be judge over with trophies. This is Pep Guardiola. The opponent on the kwakoshia Andoni Iraola. These are two former players. Iraola was a former right back. Edma Inakis Bilbao. One of the most respected players our basketball. And Guardiola, a typical Catalan. When you go to Spain, Mr. Bodia, a follower of Spanish football. I know you know their rivalry. The Catalans, the Basque, and the Castilians.
Catalan. What's on bet your
Basque for no kind of started after Franco time, no more started crash. Before Franco, no more person until I have two different managers from two different places and two different philosophies. Because we have Andoni Iraola, or don't believe in Pep Guardiola philosophy. No, we said Spanish coaches believe in that free attacking football, but Iraola is different. Pep Guardiola will give you the tiki-taka. Obia one sama oka, and Iraola no, and so direct, straightforward, typical transition and counter-attacking football. Transition is quite different from counter-attack, so let's not confuse ourselves. So, no AGD. And this is Pep Guardiola. Or see today, modern football is the way Bournemouth, Newcastle, Brighton, and Liverpool play. Or not some or say the modern football. No? The way I watch Newcastle, watch Bournemouth, watch Brighton, and Liverpool. No? And the modern football here. Pep Guardiola came to the EPL in 2015-2016, right? And since then, time Pep Guardiola about Premier League, about 37.6% of ball kick, na goalkeepers, only 37.6% na normal passer from the back. Into more than 60% na boom boom. Since Guardiola buy, according to 2024 statistics, 2025 year away statistics about 70.3% of the ball kick from a chile pass it mbobio
beam nation
SWAT
less than 30%. Internet said the influence of Pep the odiaba EPL no adiaba kono no utie Iraola said the tie on say Pep said
The modern football.
Or say modern football, no, I the bomb of football. And you know, some people who believe in attacking, but I say in the modern, no, I the bomb what in the Liverpool mobile. Natia and don't know like her. Or say the first thing we try to do when we recover the ball is to play the number 9. Play to the number 9. Or no, we ball no target to number 9. The reason is because that is usually the moment when the opponent is well less positioned, and you can find better spaces. And one no. So if this season starts at Eba, this season about 10.7% of the goals are Omeniano. Shots rather on target Omeniano from quick transition and counter attack. In 2016, now you're 3.5. In 2016, now you're 2.5. And you are 7% to cry in year. But this is the first time Omenia that percent. And apart from almost 7.1% are resulting in a goal. Last year it was 2.1. Last 2 seasons it was 3.4. Last 3 seasons it was 7.0. Into this season I increase it. And tonight I said this season a lot of the coaches because Mr. Body I dey ba ko a me mehu ewo football no money say the more who pay strategies the more man for so pay counter strategies.
Yes, of course.
So mo say tiki-taka na abo. Pep Guardiola dey osiro owiase mu pan a team of ball counter attack.
All right.
Pep Guardiola the best season so nya owiase it was with Barcelona. Mourinho best season and me onya owiase it was with Real Madrid.
Okay.
The only time Guardiola lost the league, he lost to Pep Guardiola. He lost to Jose Mourinho.
Yeah. You are taking who pitched that over the Champions League win.
Yes. Because baby of Madrid knew the year was Pep Guardiola team no more. Because Guardiola was playing opposite of what Jose Mourinho was playing.
Yeah.
I think they
before Mourinho buy and bread to even go to the semis.
And what would the Leon do? You know open up camera.
Yeah. But bad the Real Madrid call semis, but for Sergio Ramos, boom nation. Oh boy, and number John Terry.
Thank you. And he watch them head to head in the last 5 meetings, this season quite a Bournemouth Fashion City. City do masama momo 1-0, 6-1, 4-1. If you are winning now more show. But the man interesting said this season, share ball now mo boy na. The man for hope Edema Bournemouth ahead of Nyambo a China game they said. Share 2-1 there, but expected goals no 2.04 and a City there 1.56. A whole City playing against Bournemouth. Look at the quality of Bournemouth compared to the quality of City war. When and Cowberman is our advantage way. At
that moment, City were on a bad run of form.
It started with Bournemouth. Bad run, Bournemouth started here. Yes, Tottenham show League Cup. But a month for because the League Cup and the next year trophy I will share here. Until League Nankas and Bournemouth started onslaught.
The League Cup, Tottenham was it not 4?
2-1. Or Shana Baku and San Obaba
Yeah.
And shots 12 with 18. Shots now born baby, but you must on target. Bournemouth nya 6, we nya 4. Possession 36, 84. Now this possession, let's go. Osha possession now this season, according to Opta, teams are about less possession. So almost shower is 78%. So almost win. So almost first goal. And almost the ball to Atinema, they don't lose. 78%. Almost the ball to Atinum, they don't lose.
Interesting.
And the counter teams, they are getting the numbers from their counter attack. You can continue playing your tiki-taka. Most shots goes from fast break by season. Fast break, that's quick transition or counter attack. This season, I have 1.04 shots per game. That means teams, at least 1.04 of their shots, or many at least one shot on target this season from counter attack. Or they compare other season now, where you 1.40, 1.38, and then goals per game, 0.30. And to increase it when none of them can do 0.2. Apart from 0.22, 2022, 2023. This year they've gone to 0.30. Probability say, or Mubeshe go from a counter attack this season. And to counter attack, I think gradually replacing your so-called tiki-taka.
Okay.
Now, if you go and watch last season, this season, last 2 seasons, last 3 seasons, and you compare the statistics of the Premier League, or they compare teams in Ababebo, any Omunyomo Omayenina, I think we Liverpool this season, even on the slot, admit to say a quick transition, a counter attacking. They are the best. Omo the best in the Premier League.
All right.
They've scored about 37% of their goals from counter attacks.
Okay.
That's about 13. Quick transition.
Yeah,
To see no Marshall. Very difficult game for Bournemouth. But City they are more difficult. Because key players upon we prano. A City normal players my pra. Bournemouth today Adam Smith money a few guys in Obeka Julian Arau. You remember this Julian Arau? I think he played for Barcelona. Omo fan from MLS in him. No, but then the buy so Baba one season be. Eben na ho no ma na finally Baba be do because coach because of Spanish background so he likes him. City for no problem pa because they had John Stones injured about 3 seasons ago. Arguably one of the best centre backs or the best centre back in Europe.
It doesn't look like he will stay.
I don't know. Injuries so he's been very consistent with the injuries. England for say best out this hour. Nathan Ake.
Henderson quite when dia
we be na baba share. Okay. Manola Kanji. Oscar Bob. Rodri. O share players we mu nyina na. John Stones, Manola Kanji, Rodri, key players when they are fully fit they will start. And all these players are injured. So you ask yourself, so how is City going to play against a strong team like Bournemouth? City for problems with aging squad. Now, City for team here, they be ayaka. Bournemouth and they put the second lowest in terms of average age. Our Premier League just behind Chelsea. Only around 25.6. Chelsea around 23.4.
Yeah.
And to me a very young team, energetic team. And you look at their centre back, Hoyson, the Okoko ball.
They are Hoyson.
Spain national team. You saw the pass he gave to Lamine Yamal.
Yeah, very good.
Very good distributor of the ball, and he's a very young player. And in Roma before Nichi, these are young players. Players are young first 11. And move 6, and come 30. And move 5, 6. I have more than 30 years going to play against a very young and exciting. And don't you realize Bournemouth? Osha, team, City 4 team now. Players are back this season. Just a few of them, and Obaka are young. Just a few of them. If you look at the map, comparing the ages of the players, most of the players, are around 28 or 30. If you look at this squad, and some map and a why. And to red, are young players, are less than 20 or less, are 24 or less. 24 more, 28 more, 32. Into the likes of Ike Gundogan more more than 30 years. And the kind of players are a walk bracket to him from 28 or more. And squad Bernardo Silva Manola Kanji and Co. John Stones and first 11 now 28, 30 years, and they dominate. You are going to play against a team 19, 17, 21, 22, 23. And we know the last time, right. This is what I think some lineup in the bay.
Okay.
I think Ederson will be imposed or a 50-50.
This is in some way.
Yes, he is not being consistent.
Okay,
but because baby a City for one. Maybe Obaka some second goalkeeper number starting because he started in most of the games.
Ortega?
Yes, Stefan Ortega. Because he has been starting in cup games, Guardiola had no person opportunity. Last season he won them the league. You remember that save against Tottenham?
Okay, Uncle.
Rico Lewis will play, and this guy is doing very well. Then Kusano for Bebo because Oba Mijidi said Guardiola person more opportunity. Yeah. Ruben Diaz Oba Partnano. Josco Vardio will be there. Nico Gonzalez by. He's also doing well. Matteo Kovacic, Kevin De Bruyne, so 30 for Foden, younger Helen Haaland, then Omar Mamouche. We end the best City for first 11.
Probable lineup.
Yes, against a stubborn Bournemouth side led by Kepa Arrizabalaga. So we say, "Dean, you want to say?"
Yeah, you baby, I
But do you think I said Bournemouth for Tono, Mr. Bodi? I said Bournemouth.
He's doing well.
Oh, they will.
He's doing well.
That's just the 4 person Mujano. When they need money, Lewis Cook, Bebo, then Hoyson. My favorite player this season.
Before I continue, the other guys who have come after Kepa, not too extraordinary.
Kepa, yes,
Okay. Then, so this is their squad. Antoine Semenyo and our Evan Nelson. Antoine Semenyo, if you look at Antoine Semenyo's start for this season, he's shown why Liverpool and all those clubs,
To prediction base.
Antoine Semenyo hit my opinion.
Patrick Kluivert, Dean.
Yeah, Kluivert. The Clivert family. One,
Justin Clivert.
We'll find time and talk about the Clivert family.
So he's my attention saying they want that's what you're saying.
So baby, I original we shoot 2 resulting in goals. Until we goals in assist and there 5 blue. Wow. Assist. So baby, original assist.
Yeah, me want say they're linking it to teams.
Yeah. And so I'm just hoping say obey to me the best offer. No one move because
is it the best offer?
Will definitely be a stepping stone for
well. Yeah, kind of best offer now say a good move because best offer could come. That's not yet move papa.
Okay, so let me use your word.
Andy Carroll was doing so and Carroll begin Liverpool.
Fernando Torres.
Oh my goodness.
Fernando Torres.
Right. Madase pa Mustafa Jidin na dey call boardroom no now. Mr. Fredaka.
Huh? Me ko yi. Don't show me fia me ko kede bodua.
Mate. Mr. Fredaka, let's be joining or to crew the money at 7 here. But I remember also Mr. V Power all the games at the Baba Yara Stadium.
And you're bad. We've seen it in the past seasons. It's in bad. But my biggest problem, my biggest concern is that how many of these teams can go to Africa?
That's what I was saying. And right what sure so. Well, there's Chelsea, there's Bichim, Asante Kotoko. Carella.
Obviously.
I think Kotoko stands tall.
Kotoko stands tall.
In terms of teams, a bit to make Africa.
So Kotoko should make it count. Because the league, though they are top of the league, and you're guaranteed.
But they could do double.
Yes. We had double, it will be huge. The last team we had double, I think, was Atsufu.
Yeah. Okay. Coach, this is a trophy and I need because
on J. What G League, very first season on J. We on J. Georgia will be big for him. And they stand tall. Teams are bomb
because Kotoko versus True Democracy, I got to go to me and share True Democracy.
True Democracy for no more stubborn. They beat Nania.
No, but they say Kotoko. You are Kotoko, I mean.
It's the FA Cup.
Why you are Kotoko?
Kotoko, Nania beat Kotoko in the final.
Poker Hospitalette.
Right, Mr. Fredaka.